Welcome to episode 2 of Advance Wars Story. If I learned anything from episode 1, it's that I should probably be scouting out these missions before I actually sit down to record them, so of course, I'm just going to jump into mission 3 without scouting it first. The first mission where you play as Black Hole, I did mention this would be happening a couple of times throughout the campaign. It seems Sonya has taken up Lash's offer to try and invade Black Hole, or what's left of it anyways. After the last war, they don't exactly have a lot of resources left, so it should be pretty easy for her to run over us. Well, except for the fact that we have Hawk. And he's ready to muster up what defense he can. These guys should probably notice that Lash is just a little bit too excited about this, but then again, it is pretty normal for her to be excited about battle. And we have a vote of confidence from Flack of all people. That just fills you with confidence, doesn't it? So yes, we definitely do not have a lot at the start, but we do have bases. And in this mission, Sonya only has a pre-deployed force with no bases of her own. I guess she didn't exactly learn from Kanbei's mistake, right? I mean, if Kanbei must have bases, then Sonya should probably get some too. I'm not paying too much attention to this dialogue, it's just Sonya making excuses. Alright, here we go. Hawk also has a destroyer in this map. You can see one in the corner, and there's another one on the other side of the map. Kind of strange that they have it. I thought this was a fairly new ship, but then again, Black Hole seems to get every new unit as soon as it's been designed. I mean, we remember what happened with the carriers and Megatanks in Dual Strike. So yes, a fairly sizable force for Sonya here. And the reason their HP is not hidden has to do with the fact that you're playing as Black Hole in this mission. Trying to play as Black Hole in campaign mode causes a bunch of issues. I know this because I made Andy's Adventure, and you have to play as Black Hole and play against non-Black Hole opponents, and that causes a lot of weird stuff due to the way campaign is coded. I'm just gonna try and get started with the mission. I'm sure you guys didn't come to hear me talk about how weird hacking can be sometimes. But anyways, we have some anti-airs available. Well, we have one anti-air, that's what I should say. And I'm gonna get another one because there are some B-copters headed our way. Definitely want something to defend from air attacks with. And I'm gonna put my destroyers on the ports. This might look a little weird. Oh, by the way, in case I didn't show it before, ships can now pass through bridges. It's like Days of Ruin. So you don't want to try and hold the bridges, honestly, because there's so many tanks, and there are rockets too. You actually want the enemy to cross the bridge and then get out into the open, because that's where they'll be most vulnerable. If you try and hold them at the bridges, the rockets are going to blow you up, and the enemy has battleships as well. So I'm just going to hold back the destroyers at first. I don't really have enough money to maintain a navy anyways. But this mission is actually really good for the destroyers. I did mention that they could attack ground units on land now. And that's really good because you can actually hit units that are on the bridges. But I would like to first try and get rid of the copters. Because once they're out of the way, then the destroyers can move around a lot more freely. And if you keep the destroyers in this position, like, due to the way their AI works, I think it should be fairly easy to keep them at bay, because the enemy is not going to want to wander into your attack range. Well, this destroyer is in your attack range, and I guess I could fire at it right now. Best to strike as soon as possible, I suppose. So, you could distract them with capturing infantry. Let's see if that works. Yeah, the copter is definitely in range, so I can try that. So that one will go after the infantry for sure. And I'll just move this out of the way. I don't want to hit by the copter. And what do we do down here? Well, I think the medium tanks are going to try and cross the bridge, so what should be done? What I could do is make a medium tank of my own, but that would spend a lot of money. Actually, I can block the bridge right now. Well, I have no idea what the enemy is going to try. I mean, this tank could come all the way around to the side, so I think I will put this tank here. We'll see what happens. And over here, I unfortunately cannot attack the copters yet, so they're going to hit me somehow. So I'll just stay out of the tank's range, and maybe they will try to hit the infantry. Another one here. Here's where I will put a tank, and... do I want more anti-air? Well, after the copters are gone, there's no real reason to make any more anti-air. So she's not putting a lot of units on this side, so I think I will make a... let's see, here I think I will need an artillery in the future. So this will just be an infantry for now. It's a very difficult mission. I don't expect to get anywhere near an S rank, honestly. To be honest, this isn't really a super S rank playthrough anyways, because I already got an A rank on the first mission. This is working out so far, though. Yeah, this isn't too bad. And if that rocket's in tank range, then I could totally hit it. However, there are 2 enemy tanks in the way, so I don't think I'll be able to get at it. That's unfortunate. But I can hit them from here. Like, one good thing about this map is that, of course, Sonya has that weakness of bad luck, so she might not always do the amount of damage you think you're going to get hit with. I seem to have trapped myself. That's unfortunate. And the battleship is here, too. But I honestly don't know if there's a whole lot that can be done about that. Alright, let's get rid of one of them. And the other one is going to be attracted to the infantry again, so... this lane is really open right now, so I could probably try and sneak something through here and get to the HQ. That is probably the best course of action. Alright, I can now be hit by the rocket, so let's do this. And place this, I think this is the course of action I am going to take. Yeah, I'll defend the artillery this way. Maybe this will get them to crowd around it. Oh yeah, Neo-tanks are also made a little bit more expensive, so can't make one quite yet. I would have preferred to have one. But let's keep going with normal tanks. It might look like I might look like I'm tank spamming a bit, but they are pretty reliable, and the map is a bit wide open, so I think that's the best plan for now. How far can this battleship reach? I can get the lander out of the way. I know I'm a bit trapped on the left. I guess that's my bad. Alright, here comes Counterbreak. Luckily, I should have at least a regular power of my own ready, so I'll need the healing. And global damage. When your enemy only has a pre-deployed force, global damage is really, really nice. I'm actually surviving a lot of attacks. This is nice. Oh, of course, the destroyer can attack ground units on land as well. That, combined with the fact that units can now, well, Navy units can now cross bridges. Combine that with the destroyer's ability to attack ground units, and I'd say it's actually a pretty good unit for Navy battles. Alright, I am not comfortable waiting for the super. No, a storm is not coming. A wave is coming. That's what's coming. I really want to get those HP back on most of my units. So with that out of the way, and finally finish capturing. Get rid of this. And that's all of the copters taken care of. I just have to destroy this one too. And I'm not sure how much HP she has left. You know, I could probably turn on battle animations in order to figure out how much HP she has left on her units. Oh yeah, Counterbreak is also active. I forgot about that. Oh well, I'm knocking him down, one by one. Counterbreak is really annoying. Look at this. This is so bad. Alright, since she's concentrated on the center, I think it's time I try to get something going down the sides. But I don't really know what. Because there's so much in the way right now. I think I just have to fend them off for as long as I can. Alright, let's see if some more artillery units can help. I guess I'll just have to get some regular infantry as cannon fodder. Not much I can really do. Yeah, I'm definitely not expecting anywhere near an S rank. Even considering the fact that campaign actually gives you a lot more leeway than War Room mode does when it comes to technique, I still don't think I'm gonna get it perfect. Okay, now it's time to take out this rocket, because it's really been annoying me. I haven't been able to get close. And that was very lucky, a one-shot. So with that out of the way, I can now maybe work on getting past all of this stuff and getting to the HQ. So let's now build, I guess, an APC over here? That works. I don't really know what I'll be able to do against that medium tank. Got rid of that unit, at least. And the battleship is now right next to me. So I could distract a couple of units by capturing stuff. Like, this is turning out to be such an important technique. It's actually very interesting. I'm gonna get another artillery here. This is to cover some of the spots that the medium tank could potentially attack and take no counterattack damage from. Infantry over here and regular tank here. Okay, let's see if let's see what the enemy does. Also, her power meter is so low that well, it's a short meter. So she's gonna have more powers ready for us very soon. That's the other, okay, so that extra artillery didn't really help too much against all those medium tanks. I can get into the rocket's blind spot, that's something. I think this tank is in repair mode, so it should potentially be at very low health. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Maybe this tank is at low health too? Okay, cool. See, you don't need to really keep track of how much HP everything has left when you've got good old-fashioned logic. Although it probably would help to keep the animations on. Well, this cruiser is actually blocking the choke point now, so I'm going to go and that's maybe one. Okay, that didn't help at all. That's actually just charging her meter at this point. I guess I'm going to try and oh, is that going to attract the AI to attack the APC? I better do something. Let's do these. And I think that's okay. I could get rid of this too. That'll keep the rocket in place. It has to fire. And I will have a CO power on the next turn, but here we go, another counter break. Fighting Sonya is just so much fun against these numbers. Oh yeah, it went for the capturing infantry. I forgot about that. But at least I've got another power. I like these quotes, by the way. They're really nice. In character, and yet at the same time different. So that should let me get rid of the rocket on this turn. There we go. Now we just have to protect this APC as it heads for the HQ, because for sure an HQ capture is the only way I'm getting out of this alive. I guess I'll destroy this infantry as well. I don't want her to capture my HQ. That would be very bad. Still quite a bit of health left on these medium tanks. But you can see the importance of artillery, I hope. I remember making much better use of the destroyer in my original playthrough than I am now. Probably because I sent them in like this straight in the center. That probably would have allowed me to actually hit things with them, instead of just hiding like this. I guess I could... Nope, no damage to the battleship, even though I can essentially attack it. But its HP is getting lower and lower with every power used. So that's a good thing. Good thing you can distract things with capturing infantry. That's helping out a whole lot. Oh, but now the battleship is actually coming for the center now. So I have no idea what it's going to actually shoot at. Okay, that medium tank is out of the way. This should get it out of the way too. Yeah, that's another one down. And it's almost out of ammo, as a matter of fact. Alright, that one's gone. As long as I can avoid the battleship's range, then I should be alright. If it can shoot at something, then it basically has to. Oh, but there's also the destroyer. Because it can hit the APC. What should I do here? If I play like so, maybe it'll go for something else. I don't really know what it would go for. I'll just move everything onto bases for supplies. And I have money for a sub, right? I'm actually going to make that just in case. As a backup. Meanwhile, everything else is repairing. Alright, what does she do here? Alright, she went for the artillery instead of moving. Oh good, the cruiser must have been heavily damaged by the destroyer earlier in the map, and it attacked first. So that's a good thing. If the destroyer had tried instead, it was probably also heavily damaged, but there's no telling what would have happened. I did not want to lose that APC after doing relatively well throughout the rest of this. Oh, okay, the destroyer was, like, on 1 health anyways, so no biggie. I don't know why I'm actually trying to, like, do damage here. Everything should be okay now. Like, there's really nothing she can do to stop me from capturing. Oh, she will take another unit, though. So that was a rather exciting mission. Did certainly take a while. I'll just combine these, and I think that should be okay. I should probably be building more units for technique, but at this point, it doesn't really matter much. And that will clear it. Mission 3 is done, finally. Where's the music? Huh. I don't hear any music. There should be, like, victory music playing. Ah, that was the reason there was no music. Okay, it was part of the scene. Never mind, it's intentional. How did he pay for all of that? His landers cost, like... Well, what would they cost with the new prices? Like, 10,000 or something. I think 10,000 is what they would cost. Well, time to get everybody out.
Mission complete.
How bad was it? 1 point away from an S rank. Unless Platinum's King changed the amount of points you need for an S rank. I think that's like the second 279 I've gotten. Nah, it can't be. Still, with that out of the way, the next mission is an orange star, so let's see what happens next. So, the next mission is an orange star. Let's see who we're up against. We're playing as Andy, apparently. Really? You're going to Andy for help? Well, I guess he's the only one dumb enough to help Black Hole. You remember Andy's adventure, right? You can't see! Come on, Andy! It looks like we have a defense map, because whenever they mention a turn limit, it's always a defense map. I mean, it should be easy to identify the enemy. They've always got all of their tanks painted the same color. Now this time, it seems Sonya's hidden HP is working properly. Wow, you name-dropped the mission, like, in the first line after the mission name was displayed. Interesting. Why, yes, Black Hole has civilians too, thanks for noticing. I remember that line. That was just brilliant, if you ask me. Having him say that. Lash is still far too excited about this. No. Survive for 10 days. That is the mission. And she's happy about it. Okay, here we go. I'm surprised Andy noticed, to be honest. And because he doesn't know what an airport is, we don't have one in this map. Or do we? There's no airport in this map, is there? Of course not. So yes, we have to defend this HQ. It's quite vulnerable to being attacked, I gotta say. But as long as we defeat the infantry, then there shouldn't be a problem. And there are also a bunch of properties surrounding us that we can capture to get some money. I'm gonna need to do that first. We could maybe try to push and capture this HQ, but that's probably not going to happen. Sonya's got a lot of money, and she makes big units, etc. So let's just move into a defensible position and get going. This should not take long. It's only 10 days after all. And there's the first one already done. And some might say this game's story is a little bit, well, things kind of... I don't actually know how to describe it, but things kind of just happen, like, out of sheer coincidence. But I guess that was, the idea behind Andy's adventure, so I really shouldn't be saying much about it. So, let's see here. I'll do... Should I do that? I mean, it's very tempting. Suppose I should have put the artillery in a better position, but I think I will... there's not really that much that's going to hurt me that bad, so I am going to take a couple of engagements to start things off. And it does take a while for new units to get to the center of the battlefield, so we should probably try and keep them from advancing too far. Ah yes, they're attracted to the capturing infantry, just as planned. I definitely planned it that way. Totally intentional. Let's see if they will try and, like, maybe they'll stop my infantry from trying to make a dash for the enemy HQ. No idea if that will actually happen, but it could. What has she got now? She's got anti-air? That's not going to be much trouble. Of course, I have to stop her from potentially going after my HQ, so I will do these things. And I'm just shy of being able to attack those tanks. Definitely going to want some more tanks. Alright, Sonia, what are you going to do now? Oh, the recon's there. Okay, so no capturing shenanigans quite yet. But these are making adequate distractions. These are not engagements I would have taken. They're not really worth it. Destroying a bunch of 1 HP units and such. So no HQ capping shenanigans for me quite yet. How much HP would they have left? They probably have a decent amount. Ah, she's got a rocket. That's not good. Let's get it out of the way. Maybe I can do some damage to it here. This is, I have never really pushed this far in this mission before, so it's kind of interesting. Okay, gotta pull this back. I am not going to hyper repair yet. In fact, let me check Andy's stats. I didn't check Hawk's stats, but I'm definitely going to... Okay, so this is a little bit different. Hyper repair is now 3 HP, hyper upgrade is now 6 HP. That's actually pretty nice. Hawk seemed same as vanilla. I guess I could check later if he shows up in another mission. Because for sure, that will happen, I think. Will this be enough to destroy it? It probably will be. Yeah, it was. Almost misclicked. I caught myself before I misclicked. Right, these guys need to get off our property. I mean, they're not our property, but they're kind of our property. It's the principle of the matter. I don't even know what that phrase means. Okay, it seems like just tanks and infantry are working out now. Should I hyper repair? There's plenty of damaged units, but maybe I should wait until next turn. Next turn. Next turn is when I will do it, because she's going to counter break, and I need some HP on her turn. There's not a lot of units she can really use to attack right now. There's like 1 anti-air, there's the recon, and the tank as well. Alright, that wasn't a whole lot, and she's got a new rocket now. I don't have super quite yet, and I can't really tell how much meter I need. So what to do? Would attacking the rocket be enough? Let's see, 15,000, 7,500... something like that. Should be enough, I think. Yeah, it was. I did math. Yeah, let's go ahead and use it. Because that will bring the tank on the right there up to full. And if I take this and put it all the way over here, that's going to be out of rocket range, right? Yeah, it is. I mean, I insist on capturing this HQ because it feels good when you're given a defense mission and you push through and beat it the normal way anyways. I can destroy this infantry, can't I? Oh, counter break. I forgot about counter break again. I always do that. And these guys are going to be busy capturing. I don't really mind it too much. Anything else need moving? No. I remember trying to do an HQ cap in this mission the first time I played, and then failing. But it looks like I might succeed. This is going to be so crazy. How much have I lost? 6 units. Okay. There are worse numbers, but I think they'll be happy with this. Yeah, I don't think there's anything she can do now, so I'm really just doing a victory lap. Or, as some might say, a victory march. Even though it's not that. That's that's a bit of power humor. Alright, that APC is the only thing left. What can it do? I could base block. That'd be nice. That destroyer is there, but I don't really think it'll... Oh, the recon is still there. She built a recon. No. Don't do that. It's not over yet after all. Isn't that amazing? A recon is in range, but a tank would not have been, I think. Alright, time to correct this unfortunate error and simply win on the next turn instead. I'm gonna get hit by something, but that's fine. No, a misclick. Not now. Why now? But she is getting into that state where the AI is compelled to build infantry because there's not enough of them on the board. So I think I'm definitely alright at this point. I just have to survive one more turn. So I managed an 8-day victory with 7 lost units. And how many units do I have built? 23. I'm gonna build 2 more. And then I'll just capture, because I don't think I can do any better on power. Yeah, you got your 2 days early, Nell. Because, because apparently capturing an HQ will do that. Orange Star is gonna take on the world again, it seems. Yep, Andy got us into this. If anyone asks, it was all him, because he is super dumb.
Mission complete.
But then again, you know, it wasn't that dumb. Okay, 292, that's an S rank. I want at least a few of those. Protecting the weak is the way of Orange Star. But you didn't really protect Flak, so... I don't know. Well, anyways, next time, another mission in Orange Star, it looks like, so... see you for that, everybody.